you feel so good coming off of Ohio State because Nebraska played so hard and they had the championship mentality. Then the way UCLA goes, because all we talked about was 2-5. I know all the stuff you said, Damon, it's true, but that 2-5 makes fans go, oh, easy one. You know, you can never say that about a team in the Big Ten. I don't care who it is. Purdue, anybody. You can't go into a game thinking, oh, this is an easy one.
No, I never thought it was easy, but
no, I didn't either. I'm not fans.
Yeah, and I think whether the point spread, how it opened, how it finished, you look at the statistics.
It was tight from the jump,
no,
though.
It was.
8 to 6, 6.5. I'm like,
yeah.
Yep. It opened at 10.5 and dropped down like that.
But you look at the statistical, how they performed throughout the year. They weren't very good at running the football. -7 in the turnover category.
Couldn't stop the pass.
Yeah, they give up a ton of yards in the pass. So you think Nebraska can get them in some opportunities, but
two of those things, I'm dead set with you. Couldn't run the ball, and they didn't turn you over.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, okay, but where they were good, and I went back and watched Penn State, which is where I kind of got a little spooked. I was like, oh boy, Allen and those guys couldn't get it going. You know, he ended up going for like 113, but it was grimy. It was 28-13 in the fourth quarter against Indiana, and where I really was shook. I mean, get this. We talked to the people from UCLA. You know their schedule, right?
Yeah.
It's been tough. It was tough.
Yeah, they said Indiana was the best team that they played. So I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, they played LSU,
Oregon, Penn State, and I mean, it was a consensus. So I'm thinking, here we go, right? Just didn't feel great.
Yeah.
I tried to talk myself into it because, you know, I walked the field early and all their staff had on coats.
That was a sweet looking outfit.
D. Foster had on like the hood and then the coat.
Yeah.
At least and then he ditched the hood.
They look sharp.
But, you know, it's like, you know, I'm just thinking to myself, they're not really ready to play. No, they were ready.
What's the feeling, Dana Holgorsen bringing him in, another extra set of eyes? Now, obviously, he runs a different system. He has in the past, but he certainly can help with pass game.
Yeah, I think, you know, we heard Matt Rhule talk yesterday at the press conference and say, hey, a lot of coaches in the business, we'll get some extra eyes in here. We'd heard, you know, him visiting back in January, so we're not totally surprised with him being added to the staff as an analyst. I think right now, it can't hurt. It can't hurt just to get some extra eyes, another voice, another opinion, just to help simplify things potentially, help be a little more efficient, help a little more wrinkles. Hey, did you ever think about doing this out of this set, or maybe we're in this kind of formation doing this, or just little things here and there. It doesn't have to be a lot. Listen, you have 3 games left. It's not like you can just go make wholesale changes in what you're doing schematically, either offensively or defensively. But it's just another set of eyes that can either say, hey, what you're doing in some of these things are good. Like, you can allude to that as well, but also say, hey, when you're struggling with this is what I see, why you're struggling. And it could be as simple as just little things. And I don't know exactly what those little things are, but it's just another voice, another set of eyes that can just get an extra pep in your step, have a little more energy, get a little more explosive. But I like the fact that, listen, Matt Rhule's trying to get this team over the hump and there's no stones going left unturned right now to make this team better during this bye week.
I know everybody's a professional, DB, but you bring in this extra coach, and how do you handle that if you're Satterfield? They even bring in some defensive eyes to look too. How do you handle that? If you're Tony White, as a coach?
Yeah, so a couple things. Number one, you don't do this unless you know who you're dealing with. And Coach Rhule knows exactly who Marcus Satterfield is. He knows the relationship he has. He knows the level of loyalty that he has. He knows the level of professionalism he has. And all those boxes Coach Satterfield checks. And so I think Coach Rhule is very upfront and he's very honest. I go back and I listened to the press conference yesterday. He's ridiculously honest and he's ridiculously upfront. He intimated that a little bit of this was coming. With Coach Snow, I think it's a little different. I don't think he's there to necessarily look over Coach White's shoulder, although an extra set of eyes when you're that accomplished never hurts. What I think Coach Snow brings to the table is a voice that gives you a different set of eyes that can talk to. It's like, it would be like if I asked you to listen to a demo tape and I said, hey, you know, what do you think? You could tell me some things and say some things to me that some other people probably couldn't say, and I'll receive it because I know it comes from a place of concern, care, and love. That's what I think Coach Snow is. He trusts him. He's been around the block. He's very savvy. And here's the thing. You know, Coach Rhule has 3 characteristics I think that allow him to be the perfect guy for this job. He's competitive, he has tremendous self-awareness, and he's other-centered. If you have those three things, you give yourself a chance. I don't look at bringing in outside voices as a sign of weakness. It's the self-awareness that makes me confident. Because if I'm 80, 85% good at something, I want your help to get me over the hump. But I have to learn to ask for help.
Yeah.
So the minute I can ask for help, I feel pretty good. Hey, Jay, what are you seeing against this front, man? Help. Like, is this four-tick? Is this good?
Right.
Hey, when I say this day to day, my talent eval, like, I like that. It's not a sign of weakness. It's asking for help is a sign of
Right.
strength.
Yeah, I think in previous staffs, this would have never happened. I think there's way too many egos.
Because
and
in
big
the
egos
self-awareness.
in play, they don't want to admit that, hey, admitting to help sounds like a sign of weakness. It's
Right.
actually a sign of strength, in my opinion. It's like, hey, I'm trying some things, and I want to go to somewhere where I can't get this team. Help me get there. Like, help me achieve this task that I am struggling to achieve right now.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
the other little sneaky thing, now that you say that? It's modeled behavior. If I, as the CEO, can evaluate myself real time
Right.
and be critiqued, coaches, head coaches coach coordinators, coordinators coach position coaches, position coaches coach players. If I can hold myself accountable and where I can get better, you best believe I can tell any one of you guys how to do this. He said it yesterday in the press conference. Coaches, I hope you come along with me. Players, I hope you're in. But if not, make no mistake, I'll do what I have to get this thing working.
I'm not saying I can read your mind, but I can listen to you during the game and know what you're thinking. And there were a lot of times where Dylan had guys open.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just clicking.
Yeah.
Obviously, the big one was the Fedoni. That ended up being an interception. But what are you seeing from, I hate to say the word regression, but it's kind of like that right now since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I don't, maybe he's chasing ghosts. Maybe there's not. So there's a couple things I don't know. I know what I see when I see it up top. All 22 and my vantage point looks beautiful, right? Check down. I see the skinny. They're running a little shallow underneath. He's got the bender. But what I don't know from Dylan is, does he have guys in his ear? Is it like, hey, give me a chance to win here. I'm your guy. Because, or is it, I just don't have great enough command of the concepts to know that I'm reading high-low or left to right or my flat defender. If play calling and play designs are about matchups, then he's going to play quarterback accordingly, right? So he's going to look for, oh, we've designed this for this particular player as opposed to concepts. Hey, they're in too high. My middle of the field beater has got to be wide open.
Right.
You've seen cover two. Yeah. Dallas Clark made a living splitting defenses.
Yeah.
Fedoni's clearly open,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if Barney's his guy, or that's the matchup where they can win, you could see where he's distracted. So I'm with you. Regression may be too strong of a word from a skill set standpoint.
Right.
It could be a tutelage thing that we're seeing manifest itself in the play.
That was a Gronk shot on that one. That's how many times I've seen Gronk run
Yeah,
down
they
the
just
field
split that
and
thing on the
catch
little
that. He
bender,
was-
right? And you guys are looking behind like,
Yeah.
hey, come on, man. You know that's a hole throw.
You know, it's you get a good quarterback and you can put it where it's unguardable.
Yeah, it's really tough.
It's so hard.
What about defense? Because we mentioned it, the long drive, and then Nebraska goes 3 and out, then another long drive. What's going through your mind when that's happening?
Yeah, it's tough because the previous game you held Ohio State was only successful on 1 third down.
1 for 10.
So obviously that was vastly different. You know, secondary wise wasn't their best. Communication, they had some, there just wasn't guys that seemed to be on the same page. Again, Nebraska's secondary continues to play with poor vision and poor eyes, and they're not trusting what they see. They get one call, they see something, and then they get so aggressive. I always, I love the John Wooden phrase, right? Be quick, but never in a hurry.
Yep.
They seem to be in a hurry at times on the back end and not trust, and that's the communication. It doesn't take much now. It don't take much and when you're playing in this level of football to get gashed. So it's just a little off. I think the overall, they perform in the second half. 110 total yards in the second half. Like, give me that all day. They bounce back. But the way they started off, man, you got, and it's unfortunate with how this team is. This defense has to play so well. There's a lot of pressure on this
Gotta
defense.
be perfect.
Yeah, and that's hard. That's a lot to ask out of your guys. But you see these plays, man. You can't have you got to make the tackle. You got to go make a play, but I get it because he's afraid of potentially hitting a quarterback, targeting all those things. But guys got to step up and make some plays. Especially on this defense, and you have so many good players who played a ton of football, and it's just not consistent enough at times.
They weren't even good on first down. That's just it. They weren't great on first down. They were just converting on third.
Are you surprised at how the same concept can get them a couple of times? Because they just showed
no.
they just showed the little 7, the outcut to Gilmore that got Jeremiah Charles, which for whatever the reason we didn't see him much after that. I'd like to see him get an opportunity to play his way out of that. But then we saw later on in the only score they gave up, Gilmore did the same thing to the field in a 2-by. He sells it hard inside.
And Bullock turns his shoulders.
Well, in Buford,
Buford,
he uses inside leverage. You know this. You know the 7 is coming.
Yep.
He tightened down so he could use the whole field.
Right.
Gifford's your deep. You got help inside,
Yeah,
and they did it to him twice. I'm just thinking.
That's just a simple thing of understanding where your help is.
But you want guys to be watching while they're not in to say, okay, what are they trying to do to me here with this formation?